ideally, somebody should get a pension as early as possible. For us, we would recommend getting a pension as soon as you begin working. As soon as you step in the work industry, you should begin to save for your retirement, because we believe that most pensions are actually businesses that are saved over time, and the longer you save, the longer you get to accumulate funds that will actually be able to support you in your retirement. So as soon as somebody steps into workplace, we believe that you should be able to begin saving for your retirement. Pension is a saving, and therefore there is no disqualification. There are a number of ways that somebody can be able to access their pension, and basically when you're saving for pension, you're not allowed to access at just any given point in time. There are written regulations within the Pensions Act that allow one to be able to access that. So the different avenues include, in the event of demise of the member who usually contributes, you can be able to access your pension savings. Your beneficiaries can be able to get that. You can also be able to access your pension contributions, inclusive of the interest that has accrued over the years if you're immigrating to a different country and you've been given permanent residence within that country. You can also be able to access your pension if you're retiring on ill health grounds, where the doctors have examined you and they've determined that you're not able to continue making livelihood in your condition. So you can be able to apply to access your pensions through ill health grounds. And finally, the most common one is upon retirement, which currently 60 years is the normal retirement age. However, one can choose to be able to retire early at 50 years. The pensions are being exempted from tax, but only if somebody has turned 50 years. So there's different avenues or other taxations that are applied to the contributions. If you have been within a certain pension scheme for over 20 years and you'd like to withdraw your benefits, you'll be able to withdraw and access those pension benefits tax-free. Also, if you're withdrawing and you are above 50 years of age, you can be able to access your pensions tax-free. But for anybody else who's accessing their pensions prior to retirement age, usually the government allows up to 50% of that, but it will be taxable based on the normal payee rates. However, they normally give 600,000 amount, or rather 60,000 per year, which accumulates to a maximum of 10 years up to 600,000, which can be withdrawn tax-free. So when you retire, assuming that you have taken early retirement at 50, or maybe you have retired at normal age, 60 years, you basically have to apply, depending on whether your pensions are at NSSF or your private issuer. You can be able to visit the offices of NSSF or visit your pension administrator. They'll give you a withdrawal form where you'll fill in your details, and then if they were tied to an employer, you can have the HR office have stamp and sign that, and then you'll submit together with your documentation, that is your ID and KRA PIN, and the withdrawal will be processed to your account. So the taxation is usually applied based on whether you're before 50 or after, but if you have retired, then the amount will be tax exempt and you can access your pension contributions within the periods that have been provided for. Usually the RBA gives up to 60 days for pension administrators to release the funds to the member. Basically, for the people who are in diaspora, the savings would be more or less the same as what they do when they are here. So the requirements are the same. You just need to be a citizen. You have your ID, KRA PIN. You can open your own personal provident or pension account, and you'll be able to save that, and you can access the funds at retirement. If you're relocating to a different country, like I had mentioned, if you have permanent residence and you have maybe a green card or something to show for it, you can be able to provide that to your pension administrator, and they'll be able to avail 100% of your contributions, inclusive of the interest that has accrued to you as you relocate to the country.